Good morning, Graystone. How's everyone doing today? I can just get a sound check and audio check, please. Mariah, good morning. Jenny, good morning. Doug, doing well. Good stuff, buddy. Chris, Tristan, Anthony, morning, buddy. Jenny, good deal. Sarah, Mike, Steve, good morning, everyone. All right, team, I'll let a few more people sign on and we will play our disclaimer. And some wild price action this morning. It's pretty crazy, but we'll see what happens here. I do not have a resistance set yet. I do not have support set yet. I will play our disclaimer and then we will look for that right in a few seconds. Rachel, Scott, Matthew, John, good morning. Ernesto, good morning as well. All right, team, I'm going to get this disclaimer done. Stand by.
The trades made and positions taken during this demonstration are not investment advice, and we make no recommendation that you should make trades similar to those you will see here. Specific trades and positions are dependent on many factors, such as your experience and sophistication, your risk tolerance, your ability to withstand the loss of all of your capital, and your investment objectives. It is likely, if not certain, that these factors will determine that the trades you see in this demonstration are not suitable for you. Graystone Trading LLC is not an investment advisor and is providing you no investment advice or recommendations on stocks, positions, or trades.
All right, team. Temporary support line is going to go here at the bottom of, nope, what the heck was that? I'm going to snatch this wick right here below the pre-market low. I don't know what that drop was. That was pretty intense. News candles in 3 minutes. I'm going to snatch up the top of the body there. Let's see if I got that accurate. It's at the top of the body there, 605.75, 3 wick touches. Just below that pre-market at 605.10 at the bottom of that 1 wick. We might slitch this up just a tad to the pre-market low. I might have that mixed up. That's the pre-market high. My apologies on that, team. Mixed up those lines. All right, that's better. So yeah, we're going to use the support line of the 605.08. If that holds, we'll see what happens here. We got a news candle coming here, and this thing seems to be rocky this morning, so we might just let this settle. You might put an orange line at that 604.42, the bottom of that big green candle, that one there, and that's right below the swing point of the pre-market as well. So let's see what happens here. We got a lot of time left. All right, news candle in a minute. John, I love that. Let's take it to the bank for sure, bro. Team, I'm going to probably move that support line that I have right there at the 604.41. I'm going to probably move that after this candle here. We'll see what happens. Just letting you guys know what's going on here. Then I put that orange line at that 605.10, which is no validation on it now. Some interesting price action this morning. Hector, good morning. Ramy, good morning. James, good morning, brother. How you been doing, man? Randall, good morning. James, been doing good, man. Been a pretty good weekend here. Yeah, doing good, man. Doing really well. All right, team 340 left on this candle here. I would like to see a reaction off of our support line, um, preferably to the penny. Let's see if that happens or not. And at 604.41, I'm very aware of that previous day high where I would expect a reaction for it to touch that. And there's a beautiful confirmation of that there in real time. So let's see what happens here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I would definitely expect a reaction off that previous day high, but depending on where that candle closes, there should be enough room for some positions off. All right, teaming right through it. Let's see if it reacts to that previous day high. Nope, goes right through it. Andy, good morning, brother. How you doing, man?
Good morning, Jerry. All good. How are you, bro?
Good, man. Just watching Spy be super emotional this morning for everyone. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I have a very clearly defined level of resistance at the moment. We might be able to find something in the middle there. And then I had a support level marked right below that pre-market high, and the news candle just crushed that. And then I moved a new support level to 604.41, and this candle is just shattering that. And there's a lot of support right here. So I'll probably stay away from this candle here and just let this settle and find something nice and clearly defined at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And especially that, just to speak on that, everyone watching and listening, if you draw the line there at 603.07, that wick touched it to the penny, and there is 1, 2, 3, a body touch, and 4. So 3 wick touches, and 1, 2, 3, 4 wick touches in the pre-market, and a body touch in the pre-market right there. And this candle is really struggling with that at the moment. So we'll see what happens. I reckon this is a little residual from the FOMC that wasn't quite as violent as what the last FOMC was. So, or perhaps this is the news candle doing what it's doing today. Although I didn't think pending home sales would be quite that volatile.
Let's just let it settle here. That's all.
Yeah. All right, team. I'm moving that support to 603.09 for the time being. We'll see what happens here. That's the clearest level of support I can see with the pre-market low and a pre-market swing point at 602.61. So depending on where that candle closes, there could be potential to get risk off on a trade there. But as Andy just said, we're going to wait for this to tell its true story. Any good plans for the weekend coming up, man?
I actually have another wedding that my wife is a bridesmaid in, one of her very close friends.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
it's local as well. So
That makes it nice.
yeah. How about you? What are you up to?
Nothing on the books yet. Probably just gonna get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather we got. I might try to slip out on a dive if I can find a ride. My boat's under repair at the moment,
Okay.
so we'll see what happens.
Sounds good, brother. Yeah, the
Yeah,
weather here has been great after that little tough stretch we had.
yeah, we had that week of misery here, and it's been wonderful ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, you and your wife are making the move from San Diego to Fort Lauderdale. Any recommendations about where to live? Man, I have not spent a tons of time down in Fort Lauderdale. I'm up in Tampa. It's about 4 hours north of that, but Andy might have a little bit more recommendations of that area.
I haven't spent time specifically in Fort Lauderdale if you're talking about the city itself.
Hmm.
But my parents live in a suburb of Fort Lauderdale. I think it's still considered the greater Fort Lauderdale area. Um, and it's really nice there. So
Nice.
I yeah, let me know if you're thinking about the city specifically or a suburb.
Yeah, I used to do some trade shows there. There's a really nice part of the downtown area, I think it would be called Los Olas. It's a beautiful little area there. You
Yep.
might want to, I don't
Yep. So
know where you're,
my wife actually works in Las Olas.
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, Jordan, I would put that on a map and then just kind of look around that area. I think that's a really nice area. It's close to the beaches, beautiful restaurants and nightlife and such like that around there. Boca Raton's also another beautiful area. Chris, you said you lived
Yeah,
there for 11 years.
I'm actually likely moving and getting a house in Boca in like a year. It's a new development, so not for a bit, but
Nice.
yeah.
Ty, how far do and he's asking you as well, Andy. How far do you usually look back as far as marking previous highs? 2 months, 6 months? I've been keeping those previous highs on my chart for about 4 months on that tie, but I do plan on going back and adding some more of those. Um, some more of those probably this weekend and next week, a little bit at a time. Where'd you meet your wife at, Andy?
What was that, bro?
Where'd you meet your wife at?
In New York, in Manhattan when I was living there.
Hmm.
Um, but my sister sort of set us up. My sister was childhood best friends with my wife's first cousin's wife.
Okay.
Um, and both my sister and my wife were Division I college swimmers, and they both went to Jewish schools, so they'd sort of known of each other. And then my sister ran into this old childhood best friend of hers, and they were like, "We should totally set up your brother and your cousin." And so my sister called me and was like, "You got to reach out to this girl."
That's awesome. That's such
Yeah.
it's such an interesting thing the way life does stuff like that, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It rejected Harfley off that previous day high, didn't
Yeah, really nice touch there.
it? Hmm. All right, team. 5 seconds or so. Reminds me of the charts in the afternoon, Andy.
I hear
There's
you.
stuff to the left all over the place, man.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, if I wasn't mistaken, I was on a 2 p.m. call with Ryan session right now, watching stuff in the left, all kinds of stuff in the way.
Yeah, I will say I like that 6:04:13.
Hmm.
You have the touch at 9 a.m. as well as 9:25, 9:30, a wick at 9:40, and then the most recent candle. So that's what I have noted right now for resistance, and then I have
Hmm.
6:03:18
Hmm.
as support for the moment.
So you got a little bit higher than me at 6:03:09. Yep, just the bottom of those there.
Right. So
Yeah.
I just have it there so I can get that body at 920.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're seeing pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at like the top of these wicks here at that previous day high, and I put a green line up a bit higher than there because of that swing point that is kind of through the pre-market, but we'll see what happens here. I do like that previous day high though, like what you're saying, only because of that reaction of that last candle to it. And I do
Yeah.
think at 603.13, if it closes very near that number, I think there's plenty of room between there and the 604.53 to get half off and be risk free. Because I do
Yeah.
expect some kind of little reaction with that swing point in the pre market and where that green line is out on the one body touch and the wick touch there as well. So, but I do, unless it closed like a few pennies below that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens here. All right, team, 30 seconds or so. I'm going to pull up some put contracts just in case we get that flush. I'm going to look at the 601 January 31st puts. 601 January 31st puts. But I would like to see that firm candle close below that 603, 603.09 at the moment. And I do like Andy's level as well, but I also think that firm candle is going to go through both. If it's going to take out yours, it'll take out mine, is what my thought process is on that.
For sure.
And then for calls, I'm looking at the 604.16, which is just a little tiny bit above that previous day high at 604.13. But once again, I think that firm candle is one of the same.
Yeah.
James, price action's a thing of beauty. I couldn't agree with you more, man. There is also six candle touch supports as the 603.09, 10 candle touches between 603.09 and 603.17. A large pool of liquidity on the demand side and almost positive price action will sweep. Love it, James. Love the technical input on that as well, buddy. Good work. All right, team, 1 minute. Really nice confirmation of this range, though. Mike, yes, 604.16. I put that green line there. My other resistance line is way, way up above it, but I just drew that line in instead of moving the other one, but I can label that force as well. All right, team, I do have those same put contracts pulled up.
Now this is nice with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here. Do we sweep these lows like James was saying? Do we dig down here and wick up sharply? Or does price confirm to us that it's truly ready to trade below with a firm, nice 5-minute candle close below support? That's what we're looking for.
And it got to that 603.12, and I had the 603.09. I think you said you had 603.18, if my memory serves me right, Andy.
Yeah, I adjusted it a cent. I realized I was a hair over that
Mhm.
920 body, so I'm at 603.17.
Okay. All right, team, 50 seconds or so left. See if we get that push down that we're looking for here. Let's be at the ready. There it is. Beautiful. Let's see if it reacts to that swing low and that pre-market low. And touching it to the penny and through it. All right, team, let's be at the ready here. Do one. And buying here. Build at 177, team. Stop losses in at 163, team. So if we push through, team, if we get to about 188 again, I'm going to take my stop off. Taking my stop off now, team, and selling half here at 194. Stop losses at break even, team. Just wanted to be risk free with that pre-market low there, team. There you are again, team, at 195. All right, team, taking another quarter off here at 198. Stop loss is still at break even, team. I'm going to pull that stop loss to 180, team. See if we can't trail these a bit. If we get that good flush that we're looking for here, let's see what happens. Want to lock in as much as we can here. Still alive for the moment, and stop me.
I thought you
I thought
managed
that
that
was,
perfectly, man. Oop.
thank you, Andy. I know that wasn't quite the 8 to 10% we look for in that first half, but it was very, very close. The reason why I took that trade, I'll walk you guys through it, is because it closed right at that swing low. And it had went through and just kind of slightly pulled up above it. And being that it was below the swing low is what I was more so concerned with than that one wick touch on the pre-market low that I had marked. But that being said, I wanted to get risk-free when it kept reacting to the pre-market low's wick touch. So that's basically the way I managed it in real time, as you all seen. And like I said, that wasn't quite that 10% that I was looking for in that, but good trade all the same.
Dude, I mean, 9.6% on that first half. That's
Yeah, that's not terrible, right?
solid for sure.
Yeah, the last quarter, I mean, I would have liked to have a little bit more on that last quarter, but you take what we can get, you know.
Yeah.
James, great continuation trade, Jerry, on slam dunk, basically. Thank you, James. Appreciate that, brother. Who all took that and how good how y'all do on that? Just curious to know if anyone stayed away because of that pre-market low or they were seeing reversals that I don't trade. Just curious on everyone else here, what's going on. Hopefully everyone made money on that. That was a textbook Graystone setup. uh, for a re-entry, what is my thoughts of it closing firm below the pre-market? If this thing, that's a great question, Kelsey. Kelsa, if this comes up and gets this wick, I would say the higher the better. And then this thing turns red and closes firmly below that pre-market low. I do think that would be a solid re-entry, but I'm not going to re-enter on where I'm at for the month and where I'm at for the week with that. But just my thought process on that. But I do think if it wicked up a little bit more to give you that really firm falling candle, I think that'd be an amazing re-entry. But um, just curious. This is my opinion of it. What's your thoughts on that, Andy?
I think it was managed beautifully. Like you had to expect a reaction to pre-market low.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that sweep of the lows. That's that grab of liquidity that we saw or that we were, thinking we might see. And we got confirmation it wasn't going to sweep the, sort of the 60317, what I have and what you had as support there.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't sweep that, and we know that because we got a firm 5 minute candle close with a much smaller lower bound wick than body. Now, the candle that we took all the profit on and got stopped out on, that 1030 candle, that swept the pre-market lows and closed up beautifully. That was the reversal entry for
Mm-hmm.
anyone that took it. That 5 minute candle close just a couple minutes ago, or just 1 minute ago, and now it's continued to move up. That was the reversal entry.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that you see that is again just by reading price action. That 1025 candle was not a grab of liquidity in a reversal candle, because it closed firmly below support. This next one swept those lows. When we say swept, what I'm talking about is that long wick, that where we were taking all of our profit. Beautiful, beautiful. Same thing that we were watching on the 1025 candle when I said with 2 minutes left, is this going to be a firm 5 minute candle close below pre-market, which is where we would have been able to get probably a 30% plus sell on that last quarter? Or is it gonna reverse and close sharply, close firmly above that pre-market low? And that's what happened there. Make
Yeah, that
sense?
was no, it makes great sense. Beautiful explanation of that. Yeah, that was when it kind of reacted in real time to that pre-market low, which I was very much expecting it to do that, especially the way that red candle tapped just below it and came right back above it, the way it closed. I was very, very I was definitely going to make sure that we were risk free on this trade if it gave us the opportunity to be in. It worked out really nicely. And
Yeah.
this is like what you said, like once you get that other quarter off, then at that point it's if the trailers run, they run, and if they don't, so be it.
Yeah.
But this thing could have easily fell, to 601.80 to 601.70, 601.60, something like that. I mean, who knows where it could have fell to, and it could absolutely do exactly what it just did. So, but at that point, you're already risk free, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but you understand what I'm saying from a profitability standpoint. Chris, have a great day as well, brother. Adrian took both trades. He took the puts and then he took the reversal on it. Well done, bud. Kelsey, right. But if we got confirmation below the pre-market low after 1025, would that been a good conviction for a put? Yes, Kelsey, to answer that question, that would have been at the 1025 candle. Jessica, would there be a reason why your chart candles are not all the same as yours when you have the same chart up? Do you have the real-time chart data on there? And then right here, if you look at the very top of these arrows here, you see that little green dot and those two little red wavy lines? You might not have real-time data on yours, but I don't know if you do or not, Jessica. Yeah, absolutely, Kelsey.
Adrian, you are just crushing, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
So happy for you, man.
Adrian, this is for you in here, guys. Give me 1 second to put that in the right one. I don't usually post this, but this is a good trade.
Guys, I just want to say, and I hope Adrian doesn't mind me saying this. Adrian started with $250 in his account. $250 in his account in I don't remember the exact date or the exact month he joined, but he just earned $2,200 in one trade. And
That's so incredible.
he started with $250.
That man's a beast.
I'm going to say it one more time. Adrian started with $250 in his account. And he just made over $2,000 in one trade.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Jerry, what you just sent it, what is that for the week or
That's my week.
Bro?
That is not today. That is my week. I am sized very conservatively at 15% today. And I did pull some money out of my Weeble to buy that house. So there's that. But that's my week. Not my month is I'm a little over 36 for the month, but that's my week.
Okay, now let's do the same thing we just did for Adrian for Jerry. So Jerry, remind me exactly what you started with again.
I started in June of 23 with $10,000. I took it to 17 grand. I messed it all up, got down to 9 grand, applied all of your rules and principles to the best of my ability in January of 24. And I took a $9,000 account to over 330 grand as of January 1 this year. So not nearly the beautiful ratio of Adrian, but not so bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. So starting with $10,000, now earning over $14,000 in three
A
days of
week.
trading.
Mhm. Yeah, because I didn't trade yesterday.
Exactly. And oh gosh.
And just the reason why I posted that was is I know it's super easy to get discouraged when we get stopped out and we have a week like last week where you lose money. But what I can tell you is, and I am living proof of this, and I'm sure Adrian will agree and Anthony will agree, and hopefully you do too, Andy, is the one thing that works with trading is applying your rules and your set standards and applying those every single day consistently and not breaking them. And if you do that and you size and manage your risk accordingly, this thing works and it works really well. And Adrian is one of those few people that I've met that has been able to figure out a breakout trade and take puts and then simultaneously on the next candle enter calls and make that work. I don't do that. So
Adrian, can you remind us when you started trading, bro? Guys, like I don't really have words. I mean,
yeah, you do,
these
Andy. I know you do. I know you do. Don't you hold back on us.
Oh, it's just extraordinary. I thank you, Jerry. I thank you, Adrian, every single one of you that's just putting your head down every day to change your life because it's two things that you have to do on a macro level. One is to be very clear on your goals, on your desired outcome, and remind yourself of them every day. Write it down, speak it out loud. Be constantly thinking about it. Be constantly making sure that you're certain you can achieve it and reminding yourself of that, what you're
Mhm.
capable of. And then the other side of it is what Jerry's saying right now, which is to take action, to abide by a set of activities every single day. Because, the first thing I mentioned, I don't view it as woo-woo manifesty, but it's very important, but it absolutely must be followed up with action, right? There's just no way that it'll just come to you. It's very important to think about these things, to be very clear on your goals, but then you must take action every single day and in a relatively short period of time, in a shorter period of time than what any of us are, sort of conditioned to believe as to what's possible in the traditional economy, in the traditional labor market of what we can earn and how quickly we can scale our income. It'll just blow that away, blow it away, blow it away, blow it away.
Yeah, I've never had a $15,000 month with my dive shop, let alone a $15,000 week. Never. And I make good money for my dive shop. I make a really good, honest living out of it and brings a lot of people good happiness, but nothing like that. There's a handful of sayings that kind of go in with it and they ring really true with it. Like to be the financial successful person that you want to be with trading, like you literally have to let go of your old self and your old habits to let that new person in. And it's really like honestly, I didn't see that part coming. And you see all those stupid Instagram quotes of do this to make this happen. And but man, I'll tell you what, it's a heck of a journey, like of your friends that you'll kind of like fall off the book because like they're going out to the bars and having fun and being degenerates every Monday and Tuesday night. And over the course of 3 months, and you're like, no, I'm not going. No, I'm not going. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going to study. And then, then you start getting the criticism from that you're going to stay at home. You're too good to hang out with us. And then all of a sudden, fast forward 1 year and, they're still drunk in the bar and your account's worth over 300. So you do got to make some sacrifices for it, team. And I'm not saying that it's easy, and I'm not saying you're definitely going to get a lot of criticism, and it can be a little lonely if I'm being honest with you. But the flip side to it is you'll start meeting new people in this community and likewise that have your same goals and value. And it's just really interesting how the universe and life does that for you. So like I've met a lot of really amazing people in here, and some are profitable and some aren't, and some will be really soon. And um, it's so doable. Like I'm not some math wizard and some genius that figured this out. Like literally, like everyone paid a lot of money for this system, and the only thing that's stopping you from being where you want to be is yourself. Like literally no one else. If it's not working for you, it's a probably some small little nuance of you're over trading, you're not risking, you're not defending the goal, you took not high quality setups. It's something very subtle and simple, and just put your head down and you'll figure it out. Just my opinion.
So well said. So well said. It is a crazy journey to go through. And most people, never get to go through it.
So
So
yeah.
so it's a blessing, and that's why people react to it that way, because it's unusual, and most people are going out all the time and are just going
Hmm.
through the motions in life. So when someone isn't, it makes them feel weird. It makes them feel less than, that they're not upholding themselves to the same standard. Um, I actually got it the other week from I'm in this group chat. A couple summers ago, I played in what's called the Maccabi Games. It's like the Jewish Olympics in Israel every 4 years, and I played hockey for Team USA. And that was a couple of years ago, but I'm just like not active at all in that group chat. When I was on that trip, everyone was going out drinking all the time, and I didn't. I was focused. I was trading. I was doing really well in that time. Um, and some kid wrote like something exactly like what you just said, Andy. How does it feel being too cool to hang out with us or something? I was like, I'm not too cool to hang out with anyone, man. I'm just
That's
focused.
nothing to do with that. I'm just on a
Yeah.
different path at the moment, man. Like it's nothing to do with that at all. And I'm not that greedy person. Like I'm not trying to look and make a whole bunch of new friends and like leave my old friends behind. But I can tell you the things I want to do, my old friends don't have the money to do it. So hopefully at some point in the near year or so, when I want to go on these really cool, expensive dive trips, my buddies that don't have the money to get a free trip, because not like I can make new friends that spearfish 100 feet of water. And I'm not saying I'm doing that for everyone, but you understand what I'm getting at.
100%. Eric, no way. Eric said he's a two-time Maccabi gold medalist in volleyball. Super cool. So this gold medal right behind me is from Maccabi.
Adrian, that's so awesome. Adrian's like, I was broke. I had no choices. $250. You know what else is so impressive about that? And this is from being an entrepreneur, and I'm sure you can understand this too, Andy. What else can you start something with $250 with that was skill that like it's not drop shipping, it's not an Amazon store, it's not selling trinkets on eBay. Like I can't think of a single thing on the planet. I mean, so what you could trade options, you could probably trade futures, you could probably trade cryptocurrencies or Forex of some sort, but it's definitely on a screen and charts, is my point. Because I'm sure there's plenty of other systems, whether it's your futures trading or a different style of trading that could excel you to a lot of profit quickly. But I can tell you it's not an online dive shop. I can tell you that right now.
100%. This
So
opportunity is so unique. It is the thing. It is the opportunity. Kevin said, "Can you explain why Adrian took that reversal trade? What supported that trade?" I explained it in real time.
mhm,
Kevin, so maybe you're just hopping on. I won't go through the entire thing again, but look at that 602.47 that Jerry has noted there, that pre-market low. Okay. We
mhm.
took entry on the prior candle, that red candle, that firm candle. And we were having a discussion with 2 minutes left on that 1025 candle. When we pulled up these contracts, we were ready to take this trade. But with 2 minutes left, what I said was, it's beautiful we have 2 minutes left, because SPY will tell us whether or not it is indeed ready to actually trade below what I have noted as 603.17. Jerry had 603.09, I believe, right? We were saying, okay, is it actually going to close firmly below this and tell us that it's ready to trade down? Or is it just going to wick well below that 603.17 or 603.09, but pop up aggressively and close above it, right? Well, that's not what happened. It closed firmly below. We had conviction for entry on puts. We got to extract a lot of profitability out of the market. And then on that 1030 candle, that green candle with a really long wick below it, that's the sweep of the lows. That was the sweep of that pre-market low at 602.47. And what gives conviction for an entry on that reversal is that firm green candle, that strong reaction that price ultimately had to the price level down at 602.07, 602.20, right? It just popped up aggressively to the point where what was a continuation of a move down turned into a firm green 5-minute candle close above that pre-market low. So again, we call it, a sweep of the lows, a confirmation of support, same exact thing.
It loves that pre-market low today.
And the last thing I'll say on this discussion,
Mhm.
and Jerry, you probably went through this too.
Oh.
Like when,
The way you said that is I know I did.
when you start doing well and you just want to share it with everyone, you're so happy and you want to share that. And you'll realize there's very few people that are truly genuinely happy for you. And you notice like that, even if they say that's amazing, I'm so happy for you, you can tell from that split second before they can correct themselves. Even if they say I'm really happy for you, you can tell if they're genuine or not. And one thing is that's really when you can tell if someone is a true friend, if they're just genuinely happy, there's no bit of jealousy. But most people are not. Most people don't care about you, and that's okay. Where you will find people that are genuinely super excited for you is in this community and your family, God willing, as well. Outside
Mhm.
of that, outside of the close group of people that you're surrounded by that have the same goals, that have the same mindset, and your family, you will be very hard pressed to find it. And the people that do are amazing people, are truly really high quality people. But true happiness and true joy should come internally. And
Yeah.
this, took me a good bit of time to learn, but true happiness does not come from external validation, does not come from other people that isn't your parents telling you they're proud of you, right? If it's
Mhm.
just this guy you see at the gym every day and you tell him you made XYZ, and he applauds you, that external validation isn't what true happiness is. It's internal.
Yeah.
It's that certainty that you have in yourself. It's you knowing where you came from, what you went through to get what you're achieving now. And so for me, I just couldn't understand it. Why aren't these people that I thought were, my dear friends, why aren't they so excited for me? Don't let it bother you. It's okay. That's how most people are. And like
Yeah.
I'm seeing Sarah say now, she said family can be a problem. It's true. It certainly is.
That's 100%.
Yeah,
The,
absolutely true. It can certainly be messy. It can certainly be tough if you come from, a family that doesn't, have significant financial means and you start doing really well. Um, it can certainly be challenging. And,
Mhm.
I know many people who have gone through that. So if that's you as well, I'd be careful about sharing with family.
That was the flush I was looking for in that first candle that we took, Andy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
but
bro.
there's no way to be upset about what we did either.
Absolutely.
But that being said, someone may have took this candle with that pre-market low there, but
I'm already seeing people say I'm in. Yeah,
I
so
can
that
I can
that
imagine there's no reason not to be unless you just don't. I don't, as much as I want to, I'm just not over trading, and my month's not near my target of what I wanted it to be. So I'm just gonna
yeah.
There's no way to get to my target, and there's no reason to sacrifice the green
Yeah.
for me. But yeah, family can be a challenge. I don't disagree with that. I can't imagine your mom and dad with anybody on this group, mom and dad being upset with it, but brothers and sisters and cousins, you'll definitely see some weird looks when you show up at their whatever party's going on at their house or something like that, and you have on some new Rolex that you bought for yourself. And especially because you haven't told anybody your damn journey yet. So, just speaking from experience on that team. Oops.
Dude,
And
it's so funny you say that.
it was something I didn't even mean to do. I was like, I just had my watch on because I was super stoked about the watch I bought myself, but never even was very emotionally unintelligent that day and didn't even think about that when I showed up there.
Dude, I
So,
did it the exact same thing.
yeah.
And I
So
reflected on it after, and I thought to myself, you know what, that was a mistake. It
so
was
did I. I was like, that was a really arrogant mistake. Like I had no idea I did it. It was like when the damage was already done. I was like, shh.
bro, I did the exact same thing.
Oops. So I'm definitely more conscious about that now. Oops. It definitely creates some awkwardness. At least it
Yeah.
did for me. But where were you at when it happened, Andy? My sister had like a Labor Day party there, and um her um her boyfriend owns like a jet ski company. They sell like parts for jet skis. It's a pretty good size online company, 40 plus employees, and the guy showed up there and whatever. Oops.
Yeah.
You
So
know, like
mine wasn't with my direct family.
mm,
Um, it was my wife's extended family.
mhm.
Um, and
Yeesh.
I didn't know him that well. I'm this 24-year-old kid pulling up there with this watch, and
Oh,
I was
oh,
23 at the time. And yeah,
yeah.
I mean, and yeah,
It's all part of
and
it.
yeah, all part of it. And I reflected on it, and it was opportunity for growth. I realized that's not the move. Um, and modesty is a virtue, and I've really leaned into modesty a lot more. And I'd say in the past 8 plus months.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely more aware of it and I wouldn't say self-conscious is a word for it, but just more conscious of it as a whole. So it's a bittersweet, right?
Yeah.
But
Damn,
that was
Cameron,
also,
5 day fast. Cameron's starting a 5 day fast. Let's go, brother.
bro, you're a beast, man. 5 days is a long time.
Yeah, I have yet to do a 5 day.
No, 3 days is enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm I feel amazing after 72 hours, but by like 76 hours is I tried to push it a little bit past my 72, and by 76, I'm like, no, I'm eating.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yeah.
enough.
Alrighty, folks, I got to run here. This was a fantastic session. In addition to, us just posting this on the e-learning portal, I'm gonna throw this up on YouTube and send it out to the group. Because there was a lot of great discussion in here on top of the fantastic trade and the analysis that went into it. Jerry, it is always just such a pleasure to do this alongside you and see you just lead these sessions so beautifully, my man.
Thanks, brother.
And yeah, absolutely. Wishing you an awesome rest of your day. And team, same for you all as well. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And we'll see you all in the morning. All righty. Take care, guys.
Awesome. Have a good one, Andy.
Thank you, my man.
All right, team. I'll finish going through some of these questions in here and answer anything you guys got in the meantime, and then we'll wrap it up. Jenny, it was it was the first solo trade in a long time. Congrats on that, Jenny. Matthew, you took that re-entry below it and got stopped at 173. Well done, buddy. You did, Steve, a small position. Good work. That level was still very valid once it closed below that pre-market. I did not take it, but I wanted to. Jack, you took it. Congrats. Sold half at 169. Awesome, Matthew. Yeah, Sarah, I'm right there with you. I don't share it. I share it with this community because we're all in the same path here, but I didn't share it with anyone else. I'm right there with you. Nick, you took it, had another nice trade last quarter at 180. Awesome job, Matthew. David, inner excellence, discussion on true happiness and how to achieve it. It's a good read. David, I'm going to put that on my list, man. Thank you for that. 5.25% account gain on that last downward move. Incredible, brother. Chris, this was the most legitimate, real conversation you've heard. That's awesome, buddy. Glad we could do that for you, Chris. Team, anybody got any questions in the meantime while we're on this topic? I know Andy's gone, but be more than happy to answer anyone's questions, anything you got. Jane, you're waiting to charter a jet for your girlfriends. That's awesome. Where are you going to take them? Um, Aft, I think I'm saying your name correctly there. I apologize if I'm not. In your Turbo Trader settings, go to the limit offset and then add plus 0.02 on your ask, and on your bids put minus 0.2 on your sells. That'll fix you getting filled, brother. And don't stress out about it, man. Like Spy gives plenty and plenty of opportunities. So Cameron, good luck on that 5-day fast, brother. You got this, man. James, I have the Rolex Submariner. And then I bought that one when I had my first 20K month for myself, and I did not withdraw funds. I just bought it with my own money. And then when I had my first 20K day, I bought my Omega Seamaster watch. So I have the Omega. I'm sorry, I have the the Rolex Submariner, the Cyclops. Yeah, Chris, I love how down to earth everyone here. It's really interesting. It's really truly an amazing thing, especially just a big part of that is just everyone's got the same goals, just to be financially successful. So Mariah, it's your first week trading with real money and you hit your goal of being in the green today with plus 2%. That's fantastic, Mariah. Congratulations. Ricky, how you feel after that water fast, brother? Nick, it was a great session, man. Thanks as well for being here. Cameron, water, mineral swap, magnesium, potassium will hopefully be smooth. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. I did a 3-day with just with literally nothing more than water. I think I had some pink Himalayan sea salt, like a saltwater solution I made. I would have that a little tiny bit in the morning, but I was pretty low on water only. Timothy, great day as well, buddy. Just hope so, and it'll absolutely happen, brother. And hope's not a strategy, bro. Consistency and discipline and grit is probably the most important one. Like just keep at it and don't let it discourage you because it can definitely get in your damn head. Adrian, on those two trades, 3 Craig. Good job, brother. That's so awesome, man. Rachel, is there another potential reversal? I don't see one at the moment. I definitely seen the one that Adrian took. I did not take it, but I seen it like when that candle closed, that green bottle rocket looking candle here. That definitely signaled reversal to me. But like I said, I didn't take that trade. I was but I know Adrian was all about it. There's probably a handful of other people who love that one as well. Steven, if you are entering like something like those puts there, you would be, instead of buying puts on that green candle, you would have bought calls and rolled that up. Mickey, see you tomorrow. Patricia, what is an offset? In your Turbo Trader settings, you'll go to where you're setting like how many contracts you're buying, 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever that number is. You can put your automatic stop loss in there, and then you can put at that, you can put like a limit offset. So then you can put in there 0.02, 0.01, whatever you want it to be. Ricky, you feel pretty good. You did it for you lost 10 pounds 3 days, but you just did it for a detox. Oh yeah, good stuff, man. I did the same reason. Jenny, have a great day as well. Rachel, you as well. See you tomorrow. Team, anybody else got any questions in the meantime? All right, team, I'm going to wrap it up if you all don't have any more questions or anything else. Clarissa, have a great day as well. All right, team, I'm out. Y'all have a fantastic day. I will see you all on Ryan's session around 2 p.m. today. See if we can't get another small win with him, or a big win, perhaps, depending on what size you're going at. But I will see you all around around 2. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for everything. Great session today.